Continues. We're live here at Tap Sports Bar, MGM National Harbor in Maryland. I almost said Baltimore. We're not in Baltimore, technically, right, Paige? You're my Maryland.
We're in Oxon
Hill.
Oxon Hill.
Oxon Hill.
Yeah. Isn't this where the Ravens train?
OXON, too.
No.
Yeah. Not like Oxon, like Oregon Trail Oxon.
Owings Mills.
Owings Mills. You know, that's so crazy.
That is.
Welcome, Ken Barkley, to the show.
Yeah, hey, what's up? How's it
going? From co-host of You Better You Bet, just a god, really.
A god.
A god.
It's really just a parade of BetQL talent. You got the parade coming in of BetQL talent here, so I'm following the legend.
This whole time
that
the Ravens trained in Oxon Hill, and I was like, I remember going out there, and it felt really far away.
I think it's right out here, actually. I think it's usually where they train. That's where they do the drills.
Right,
right?
right
waterfall.
Here. Yeah. Owings Mills is like another hour, right? It's far.
It's far.
PJ's the Maryland expert on the show.
Yeah, I still use my map to get everywhere.
That's good.
To get to Wendy's. Like,
we got our areas of expertise. It's like college football, NBA, Maryland. You know,
for whatever reason, Ryan kind of dislikes the DMV, probably because there's no like beef sandwiches.
So can I ask a really stupid question?
Yeah.
Do they call it so it's the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia? Is that why they call it DMV?
Yeah, DC, Maryland, Virginia.
I was like,
that is correct.
I thought everybody was saying DMV, like the Dave Matthews
but
map,
then there's like sections, like Baltimore isn't considered the DMV, Virginia Beach, Roanoke, like that's not. It's like Northern Virginia.
It's like that little circle that really should be
so it's like
one
a clique.
state.
It's like exclusive.
Yes.
Are you in the clique, PJ?
I am in the clique.
Yeah, he's in Northern Virginia. I'm in the D
Are we in it right now? Are we in the DMV?
We
are.
We are.
What's up?
You're in the
DMV.
you're in the
I love it.
You are in the DMV.
I'm in the D. He's in the V. He's in the M. We literally are the DMV.
We really are.
We should rebrand the show.
And
I'm going to talk to Cam
D
after the break. We got it. Yeah. So
I'm the Terp of the gang.
Yeah, he's the Terp.
But I don't know where the hell I'm going still.
Yeah,
I'm a hater.
What we're going to talk about? College football?
College football.
So
can
I admit something real quick?
Yeah.
So normally Monday is when I do like the start of college football work, normally if I'm at home or whatever.
Okay.
And we've been, you guys know this, kind of been a little busy today. Been taking some photos.
Sure.
Pretty cool. Doing a show for 4 hours. I don't know any point spread. I don't even, aside from Ohio State and Michigan and USC and Notre Dame, I don't think I know who's playing this week. So whatever this game is, we should definitely play it.
Yeah.
And just tell me who's playing. I won't know that they're playing. Tell me the point spread, and I will give you my first inclination about what I would do.
I love that.
So,
that's almost better.
This will be complete freestyle. People don't actually don't bet this yet.
Yeah.
Listen to our show later in the week. Listen to these guys' show, but look at the first instinct. What are we thinking right now?
I'm going to start you with a good game because obviously Hendon Hooker tore his ACL.
You should say Old Dominion right now. That should be your follow up. I'm going to start you off with a great game.
You're right.
Arkansas State. What do we think?
Arkansas State. That would have been a good one. I could try and find you Tulane and Cincinnati. That's a good small game. AAC,
that's a really good game.
They play on Friday.
Where's the game?
Game's in Cincinnati. Nippert Stadium.
I should try to guess. I'm going to get these wrong. I'm going to get these so bad.
I think you'll get this one.
I
think you're going to hit it right on the head.
Tulane 2.5 would be my guess.
Cincinnati -2.
Okay, so my thought was sub 3 one way or the other.
Yeah.
I like Cincinnati in the game. That's my first thought. Playing better toward the end of the year. I've been in fade Tulane for 3 weeks. UCF it went great. Week before that against Tulsa it went absolutely terribly. Had them plus 7.5. I'll say early lean Cincy under a field goal. Even though I guess the Tulane would be a small favorite, I would take Cincy anything less than a field goal probably.
Okay. You guys, any thoughts on that game?
I have none.
You don't have any thoughts. Let's go to the next one. Let's do it. Yeah,
same thing. Fade mode on Tulane. If Cincy wins, I need them to win the conference still, plus 200. So just rooting for Cincy every week.
UNC, fresh off their loss to Georgia Tech.
Drake May, see ya.
Yes, they're at home this week against NC State. What do you think? What do you think that's?
What do they? Do you know what they play for, PJ? Do you remember what it's called?
I don't.
When they play Duke, it's the victory bell. I think is what they play for. When they play NC State, it's some convoluted trophy.
I do not know.
The battle for the Outer Banks rental house or something.
Try and look that.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, where's the game?
Game's in Chapel Hill.
Carolina by a very large number. Is it more than 10?
No, it's not.
7.5?
6.5.
To be fair, they should probably be favored by more than that. But Mac Brown, the history of Mac Brown is that he will always find ways to lose games like this. Favored by a touchdown. They definitely have him out-talented, there's no question. Drake's still playing. Oh, God. I'm supposed to bet UNC. I don't know. I'm supposed to bet UNC, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost.
Yeah, same here, man. Obviously, if Devin Leary's playing for NC State, one, we're not at 6.5.
Well, if Devin Leary's playing, then I don't get to cash under 9 wins, which I get to cash after this week.
Yeah,
so it's good.
Exactly. This is a stay away from me, though. Nothing here.
Stay away from me. Really quickly, side road. Do you fashion yourself as a comedian a little bit? Like,
No.
'cause I feel like you're a
Yeah,
very
you are a witty
funny,
guy.
witty guy. Like, are you just nervous right now and you just make
No,
jokes
no,
when
no,
you're
no.
nervous?
This is-
You're really funny. I find you to be
Thank you.
delightfully
I appreciate that.
funny.
She's just buttering you up
Yes,
because she's fading all your picks.
How many points is Jeremy Grant away right now? Is
Let's
Jeremy
see,
Grant there?
Jeremy Grant still
That
has
must
16.
Still at 16.
21.
And we're
still
probably
at
out of that
16.
second half rotation. Like, we're probably into the...
No, he's in there. He's in there. We're
Oh,
down
really?
10.
We're not out of the third quarter
Is that what
rotation
your-
yet?
Is that what your handicap was for it? Is basically
My handicap was
they're
that-
gonna get blown out, and so he'll be out of there by the fourth quarter.
My handicap is I really hope that he doesn't go over during this interview, and it happens after I leave and go get on my
Yeah,
train
like back
tomorrow
up in
morning,
your
right?
room.
I'll just leave. I'll literally just
I'll leave my phone
and
number. You can just
find
text me a bunch of emojis. Just make fun of me. It'd
Yeah,
be great.
flame emoji.
I'm not a comedian, but yeah, this is like my thing. I like got the one-liners, just like
yeah, that's like
little. It's like a
witty and
little
funny.
awkward, but it's fast, but it's kind of funny, and we're like kind of snapping. We're all over the place.
Yeah,
That's like
I
what
like
we're about.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we want to do next? Give me a game.
I'll give you an ugly one. LSU.
Well,
at-
can we do the good games at some
Oh
point?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right,
let's do
we'll
the
do
good
a good
one.
game.
Yeah.
We'll do a good game.
See,
I'll-
there
I'll
it
give
is.
you another one. I'll
Sorry.
give you the worst
Right.
effing game we got on the board.
Like also
baby.
3 Jack and Cokes that have happened here.
Michigan at Ohio State.
Well, I kind of know this already.
Okay.
Well, I know what the look ahead was, and I think it's like Ohio State, like a little more than a touchdown, right? Something like that.
7.5.
Yeah, and then the total like got bet on the low 60s.
The total is
Peach, you should know this.
it's up to, let's see.
Well, because
Can't
so
find
there's
the game.
weather. That's the big thing in
Control
that game.
F, Peach. Control
Peach is the guy
F.
that asks the questions,
Yeah.
don't know the answers.
Yeah.
though.
Well, I wrote
He has to
down
go to the DMV
the
to
total
find
was
the answer. We're gonna go right now.
57.
57. So that's like I think down a bunch from open. Watch the weather. Blake Corum, is he going to play in the game or not for Michigan? Got hurt last week, obviously. There's a video that circulated of him doing like, I think he was giving out turkeys for Thanksgiving or something. And they were like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good." But he's giving out turkeys. That's a little different than like jump cutting against Ohio State. So
Planting his foot.
Trista's like locked in right now. She's just every single
like
line.
the joke
Yeah.
over under on Ken Barkley jokes like 15.
Jeremy
and a
Grant
half.
points or
Like,
Ken Barkley
yeah,
jokes?
exactly.
Which one's higher?
Which one hits first?
Right, exactly. What would I bet in the game? I still don't know if Michigan has any answers for Ohio State's passing when it's like really on. Now, here's the only thing. Like, who's playing for Ohio State in this game? So Jackson Smith and Jigba basically hasn't played the whole year.
Yeah.
Travion Henderson's hurt, was in a walking boot last week. Mayan Williams is hurt. So it's like, are any of these guys playing? If they're not, then yeah, Michigan's super live in the game. Probably need to see an injury report first. But spread's like fine, right? Like, what would you guys bet in that game? You think Michigan's going to win the game?
I like him against the spread. I actually prefer the under. Though.
I bet the under.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's went down a little bit. I believe we're at, I can't pull that up right now. Was it 58.5? No, 57.
Yeah.
There's a chance Ohio State only has one scholarship running back for this game if Travion Henderson doesn't play. So just like if it's just Stroud and these receivers and it's not Jackson Smith and Jigba, that could be really problematic. But I just honestly like haven't read an injury report, don't know who's available. If it's as bad as it is in my head right now, maybe Michigan's live, but I gotta know who's
Plus
playing.
And that's the
240.
thing, man.
Right.
Even if it's like Blake Corum at 70%, then I'm tempted at Michigan 7.5. But if
Sure.
he doesn't go, or if he's
and
a
who's the backup?
decoy-
Donovan, what's his name? Something. Donovan something.
Yeah.
He was hurt last week. Again, like, I got to just look at an injury report.
Yeah, right. Right.
I'm
My
not
fir-
sold on McCarthy either. He's been really up and down.
Yeah, he
Does
missed
he-
some throws last week.
Yeah.
Does he have to be good for them to win if it's rainy and Ohio State's
No.
really injured?
That's
No.
the
That's
thing.
their path to victory,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The weather report's key for sure.
Blake Corum's that good.
He is really good.
He's really good.
Notre Dame at USC, Ken. Trojans are favored by 5.5. The over 62.5.
I thought I was supposed to guess what it
you
was.
were. I know. I was
Yeah.
just
He
such in.
forgot.
I was such in the
Do you
zone.
guys know what to do in Marcus Freeman games, right? Have we followed this throughout the year?
No,
Now,
we
this
haven't.
I
didn't
love
work.
Marcus Freeman as a dog. I hate Marcus Freeman as a favorite. Well,
That's
it depends
correct.
it depends what
So
the number
it
is.
didn't work last week.
I'm a
Boston-
Notre Dame fan.
Boston
I know how
College.
conservative and he
Yeah.
really he doesn't want to rub it in. He doesn't want to run up scores, especially against Service Academy teams.
I can tell that Ryan's been betting Notre Dame the entire year because he was really excited to get that answer out.
He was.
Basically, the story of Marcus Freeman is he's been a big favorite, I think, 6 times this season, more than a touchdown. Last week was the first time he covered, and he's lost 2 of those games outright. It's conservative decision-making. They gave up like 25 unanswered to Navy in the second half.
Yeah.
He just like loves punting from midfield, loves keeping the game close. As a dog, he's been really good this year. USC, like their thing has kind of been turnover luck. They move the ball really well, obviously. What, 6-ish? What was the line again?
5.5.
5.5.
Early look would be like maybe Notre Dame, not even like to win, like Notre Dame in a 1-possession game, basically something like that.
I think that's a good look. Iowa State at TCU.
Nick told me that you asked him this, and he said,
did.
I don't know anything about this game.
Yeah, he did not.
He tried to
Where-
he tried to give an answer and then he just said F it.
Is the game's at TCU?
It is.
You know what to do.
Like
Just fake.
9.5, 10?
Yeah, 10.5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take Iowa State. You know what Matt Campbell is more than a touchdown dog in his career? It's like 90%.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like
really?
I have this trend that I put together called the Underdog All-Stars, and it's literally coaches that are like greater than 85% as more than a touchdown dog in their careers in college, and there's like 9 of them, and it's unbelievable. And it's like the most consistent. It is like the dumbest trend because like every game's different. You should really never handicap a game this way, except that Matt Campbell, you can set your watch to the fact that as a big underdog, he just covers in all situations. Jeff Brom at Purdue is another one. There's like a bunch more. Those are the only 2 I can remember off the top of my head.
Sonny
There's like
Dykes
6 or
used
7.
To be like that, but
he
now
used to be like that.
Justin Wilcox is pretty good.
Justin Wilcox was definitely one of those guys. We took him. I forget who they beat earlier this year or last year, but always take him as a big dog. That's definitely one of them. And then there's opposite coaches. Big favorite. Never won. Pat Narduzzi's like number 1 on that list. Marcus Freeman is about to be number 1 on that list. All right, what do you have time for? One more? What do we have till break here? Like 90 seconds?
Let's see. What do you think
2 minutes.
Florida at Florida State is? Because the Seminoles have been rolling.
That's really tough, and Florida's miserable.
Yes.
Lost to Vandy.
Yep.
It's 14.5-point favorites.
Really? Is that what they are in the game?
I
thought it was.
No, that's what
they closed 14.5.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, because I played the points with Vandy.
I also played Vandy.
Chickened out on the money line.
And then who had Florida the week before? South Carolina, and I played South Carolina, and it wasn't so good. I mean, Florida State. You know what's so funny is the game's in Tallahassee, right?
It is.
Like small favorite, but not enough. Like sub 7, but favored.
They're 9.5.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no. I mean, like early lean Florida because they haven't been in that spot in like 2 months as a big underdog.
Yeah,
but feels a little big.
And you know they're going to get up for that game.
I mean, they covered against Tennessee, right? When they were dogs similar to that.
Ken, thanks so much, man.
Of course. Yeah, Ken. It was a pleasure.
You are a funny guy. Tris is right.
Really
yeah,
is.
you
I
really
appreciate
are.
that, guys.
How many points does Jeremy Grant have?
I like keep looking at the
16.
bottom line, hoping like it doesn't come up, basically.
Still 16. He's like, what does he have? What does he have?
And we both have 19.5. Is that what we both
I
have?
20.5.
So you even got like a better number for that. Well, no, but you bet the over.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Spite bet.
Ken, really quick, 20 seconds. What's your favorite NFL bet so far?
Oh man, Seattle or Washington. They're both in the 3.5 range.
Okay.
Favorites.
Got you.
I can't give you any more analysis than that because we don't have enough time.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks so much. That's Lockie Lockerson. You'll hear him not tomorrow night. They'll be traveling, but you'll hear him on Thursday.
You can hear me on the train yelling. Probably.
No, Wednesday. He's not going to work Thursday either.
BetMGM tonight. We got Joe Giglio next.
I can't hear the music. Oh yeah. Thanks guys. That was fun.
Thanks for coming on. Are you're hanging out or are you out?